Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to the David Starlyte Show. And it's a sunny morning here in Australia. We are live. I've got a little bit of a different painting up on the background. I was just playing with the settings. During this broadcast, you can support my page by sending stars, a digital gift that helps me to earn money. So welcome to all new people, all regular people, or everyone who supports the channel. It's wonderful to be back, and it's been a kind of busy week. I feel like yesterday was a bit overwhelming for me, and my nervous system is just coming to balance. I was getting new tires yesterday, and it was quite a costly experience. Kim says, hi, good morning, Kim. So I was just waiting for the tires, waiting around for a while. And then I had to pay for wheel alignment, which was nearly $100. So that was a surprise. And I didn't ask for wheel alignment. So there you go. So Kim, that's how they make their money. So Kim, how are you? Welcome to the show. I spoke to Debbie last week. She is recovering. She's going to come back soon. So Debbie is going to return soon. And we're all sending lots of love and prayers to Deb. How are you, Kim? And welcome to the show. Welcome to another week. It's already the second week of June. The time is going really fast. As many of you have commented, when we are coming to you live from Australia. I'm just looking for my cards. I've got a big, beautiful rose quartz heart. Big, beautiful rose quartz heart. And don't we need more love, more compassion? Not just for other people, but also for ourselves, going in all directions, love and compassion. In this strange world that seems quite disturbed on certain levels, but it's almost like we need a bit of a storm before we can establish some calm. Or perhaps it is just always going to be stormy. That's the nature of the world, the 3D world, the 3D reality. Ollie, are you saying you love the painting, or what do you love? Welcome to the show, Ollie. And that painting is up in the shop. It's from about 5 years ago, I reckon. 6 years ago. 2020, 2021. I really had this, or maybe before, I had this vision for this style of painting. I reckon it's from 2018 or 2017, actually. So I love that painting. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, it's pretty unique in terms of the style. I had this vision for that style, and I sort of had this vivid image of this broken up. If I moved out of the way, you could see like a tree kind of being birthed from the world, but not up and down so much, although that is a sun kind of sphere, that is a sun kind of image. I'm really surprised that nobody has purchased it from you yet. Thanks, Kim. I think I have something over me with selling, buying, selling commercial things. I think I have some kind of protection that keeps me away from that kind of stuff. Maybe it is a subconscious projection. Maybe it is a soul projection. So it seems kind of interesting. But thank you for your kind comments. I really appreciate it. At this point, I would give away my paintings, Kim. Felix says, yo. Welcome to the show, Felix. I'm going to pick a card now for the collective, tuning into the energies. Kim says you should keep it for yourself. Yeah, it has been around for several years, Kim. I have quite a lot of paintings up on the walls. And King says, hi, welcome to the show, King. Marianne says, interesting new painting. What was tea? What was tea? I have my tea right here, Marianne. And that painting is from several years ago. I did exhibit it in 2021, but I believe it was done in around 2018. I think I was quite fresh and energetic. So tuning into the collective energy now, and we're just gonna pick a card from the Starseed Oracle. And this is reminding us that the earth is alive, the earth is activated. Marianne says, your mood when you painted it. I think I was a little bit younger, Marianne, a little bit younger, very much linked to how I was seeing my dreams. I had this dream of the world looking like that. So it's kind of this broken up color and very vivid. So bright colors, very vivid. So it was how I was seeing the world. It's hard to put that into words because it came from a dream. So it's not necessarily something one can intellectually explain or put words to. So the Starseed Oracle is speaking, and it's saying that we must keep remembering that the earth is sacred, the earth is alive, and to trust where we're being led, that we are activated and we are activating power places with lines. So very much ley lines coming up. And then there's this beautiful image of the new earth, which is purified. So this is saying that we're quite encumbered by darkness right now, but through the cloud, the light is coming through. Can you see that there is trust the process and keep the faith? Keep the faith. Really, it says we will survive even this. This isn't the end. We will survive. So it's like we got this. We are going to survive. And there's something deeper as well about when we close our eyes, when we contemplate, when we go within, when we go into our inner minds, our inner universe, that we can see the world in a whole new way. We can create worlds with our consciousness. The inner earth card is representing a hidden world that we don't see on the surface within the planet itself. So concept of Agartha, which many ancient cultures mention in their stories. It's said that some of the beings of ancient lost lands, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Ayavata, went there. Even Shambhala, there's talk about Shambhala as well, which is in Asia. Hindu, Celtic, Buddhist lore mention caves and entrances to underground worlds. Tibetan Buddhism talks about the secret mystical city of Shambhala, which I just mentioned, that is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Michelle says, hey everyone, welcome to the show. Michelle, how have you been? A distant cousin, perhaps, I don't know, but welcome to the show. Open for general reading. Sylvie, how's everything going, Sylvie? How are you doing? What's new in your life? Carla says, how are you? I'm a little bit sleepy, Carla. So I was getting new tires yesterday, and it sort of took a lot out of me. I don't know why. It's just that world. I think I inhabit a sort of more peaceful state more happily than that whole, but that is also the important reality. And to have good tires, it was just bothering me. I got 2 new tires, not 4, so 2 new tires. So the one was just getting really smooth, and because this is really wet, I just wanted to have the grip. And yesterday morning, someone came out of a side street. They just came out without stopping, straight in front of me. it was really strange. It was like, who does that kind of thing? It kind of troubled me a bit and disrupted me a little bit. I just evaded it. Like it was just coming. I saw it coming. I just went like that around. It was a little bit shocking in a way. And so I've got the new tires, Carlos, and I am doing fairly well. How are you doing? And thank you for sharing. How are you, Carlos? Long story. Michelle's there. Sylvie says things are good. Kim says, have you visited the Himalayas? David, yes, I was thinking about my time in India. I was working in Ananda in the Himalayas, which is a retreat. And I did a couple of trips a little bit higher up for sunrise, and also trips into the river, the Ganga, the river Ganga, which is a sacred river in India. And yeah, so I spent a little bit of time doing yoga up in the Himalayas and working up there, doing healing, doing therapy. Michelle says, I'm still laid off from work, but hanging in there. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you, Michelle. And remind me, I think you are in you're in the rainy city, right? Which is, I forget its name, the rainy city. The Himalayas remind me of the movie remind me about Shangri-La. Remind me of the movie about Shangri-La. Yeah, that's pretty special, Marianne. I'm not sure I've seen that movie. So let's check in, Michelle. Just catching up all the comments. Sylvie, open for general reading. So we're going to check in about you, Sylvie. Continuing the inner earth, the activated earth, the mystery school that's thought to be Shambhala, represented by Shambhala, an ancient mystical city, which is in the imagination, which I used to call my work. I used to call it Shambhala therapy, because I was very connected to the Himalayas, to Shambhala, to the ancient mystical Tibetan tradition. So I went through a period in my life really connected to Tibet. Many search for gateways or portals or access points or tunnels to the inner earth in the physical world, but I tend to think that it's more of a spiritual realm that one crosses over. They're very mysterious, and there are places in America that also have these portals where one can access different consciousness points. Do they exist in the physical realm or in the existential realm, in the spiritual realm? Is there is there a difference? Are there levels of consciousness or gateways that we can step through? I do think there are gateways in our consciousness that we can step through. Almost people talk about 10 gateways. You can look at it in different ways, in a sort of more refined way or the grosser way, different ways of seeing these gateways, and there are solutions beyond what we are seeing, and that can be surprising outcomes to problems and situations. Resolutions are in the best interests of all involved. So it does feel like we have some obstacles that we're not finding ways out. So always open consciousness, open your consciousness to something beyond, and expect the unexpected. Don't get too stuck in the physical world. If you are in a rut, shake the energy, shift your thinking, try something new, do something different, and you'll start to see the world in a new way. New solutions will be available, and things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Signs from the universe, support in both expected and unexpected ways, are on their way to you. So the question that emerges, what can you do to shift the energy? Michelle says Ohio near Cleveland. Ohio near Cleveland. It's extraordinary, Michelle, because I have no idea. That's like the Midwest, I think. But my only image of America are places that I've been to, which are coastal places. I've never been inland. So Marianne says, is Mr. moving to a new place tied to a love relationships? It feels tied together. Who is this in your life, Marianne? I mean, me. Oh. So keep an open mind, absolutely. So Marianne, let's have a look at the cards. And we'll come to you, Michelle, soon. If drawn, can you please do a resting about when I'll find another job that suits me? And if you can tell me what kind of comments. Thank you. Keep an open mind. All right, so Marianne, let's have a look at this. Marianne says Cleveland is as in Drew Carey territory, the show. Think near the Canadian border. Yes, Ohio is in the Midwest. I live near Lake Erie. How do you say that? Lake Erie. Erie. I meant what kind of company? Cleveland. So when you say the Canadian border, Marianne, the Canadian border is like endless, goes on forever. So I guess the proximity to the Canadian border means it's got to be in the north. It's got to be in the north. All right, so we were just talking to you, Marianne, and is Mr. moving to a new place tied to a love relationship? Okay. So the cards are saying just wait. It's almost like you're getting ahead of yourself. Getting a little bit ahead of yourself. So just take a deep breath. And sometimes things just take time to be woven together in the tapestry of our lives. Patience is just how things are. Some things we can create immediately, and some things take a bit of time. Baking a cake, we can do it. We can do it really quickly nowadays. People even have machines that can do it, and we can have those like the bread making machine. But that bread making machine, I think it's usually about 5 or 6 hours or something like that. It still takes quite a long time when you think about it. But when it comes to deeper choices and projects that take a significant time to develop, we do tend to overestimate how quickly we can do things. We think we can build a skyscraper in 6 months, and it takes more like 10 years or so. It depends how large the project is, I guess. All right, so the cards for you, Marianne, they are revealing doorways opening. So it feels very sunny. Can't see the sun. The sun made it. The sunlight makes it hard to read. So that's a beautiful sun card and a beautiful doorway opening. So this is really strong cards opening up. So that implies that things are opening, things are being revealed. There is a change. And it does seem to be linked to a love relationship. The sun indicates new beginnings, but this card reveals it's got lots of hearts. It's got lots and lots of hearts. Let's just see if you can. It's hard to see, but you can see the hearts. So the new beginnings linked to a love relationship. All right, Marianne says, so are the Great Lakes. And Sylvie, will I open my own business if you can tell me what kind of? All right, so Sylvie, what were you asking me, Sylvie? Things are good. Will I open my own business? All right, Sylvie. So this time for you're starting to kind of think out of the box. You're starting to go, well, I 10, 12. Yeah, I just got a message coming through. So, Sylvie, you are starting to consider other options. What is this related to? It's almost like sometimes we get into rut, we start repeating cycles, we start repeating things, and then suddenly we're like, no, I want to mark out the territory. I want to be the one creating. I want to be the one sort of manifesting my own life, in charge of my own life. So I feel this is really positive for you right now. This thinking out of the box, this deconstruction of your reality and reconstruction of a new reality for yourself. So I feel like you have these admin skills. You have a lot of abilities, a lot of hidden abilities that you're not really seeing. So I feel like speaking to other people who know you well can give you a little nudge, a little push. It does feel like you need to loosen your grip. This card is like, just let go, let go of density of how things are, you think things should be, or how things have always been for you. Let go, let in. There's more of a feminine energy coming through in this card, which is about femininity. It is about surrender. It is about grace and a mother's love. So I feel like there's more coming in that direction, cultivating that energy in your life. And that is a beautiful card of you. So that lady she's very elegant, she's neat, she's conscientious, she's, every strand of her hair is nicely manicured. She's very conscious in what she dresses, what she puts on, and she puts herself out into the world. It's sometimes she forgets what's inside of her, what she truly wants and needs. She forgets herself in this exterior form. You can call it a mask, and we all wear masks. It's totally normal. We all wear these masks. But that card is revealing very much that it's time to also look within, go a little bit deeper into yourself, into your soul, loosen your grip, and feel like you're gonna be doing something in a little bit of a different way. A little bit of a different way. So it's something you're familiar with, but something new as well. So there's a sense of being a gift. This card is like a tenderness, like a softness, like it's almost like you could shift things around and train the children. So that's very much a sort of inner child. Can be a real child or an inner child. One can interpret that in different ways, as the referring to children or referring to your inner child, sort of. So I do wonder if that is if that will be a possibility, developing gifts of children, or if it's just referring to your own inner child. But it is a beautiful card. If you can see it, I'm not sure. So I'm getting a lot of light in that card, a lot of opening in that card. Things are opening up for you in a different way. Just asking the question about when I take the reins of the horse, where can I go? How can I navigate the world? So Sylvie taking the reins and stepping up into a new vibration. So it's really positive. It's quite contemplative, Sylvie. And it is encouraging you to think out of the box, to start putting out the railroad lines, start putting out the new structure, the new architecture, and things will be able to develop. Things will develop. There's definitely a clearing away the old energy first. That is letting go of all the things that you've been holding on to in terms of almost your past experience. So it's saying let go of that. This is a new energy, Zoe. All right, beautiful. So Michelle, if drawn, can you please do a reading? And if you can tell me what kind of comment. Okay. All right. So we are checking in with Michelle in Ohio. Okay. Michelle. All right, so this points to a journey, and that can be physical or spiritual. It can be an outer journey or an inner journey, but it definitely indicates new horizons opening up and travel. So there's definitely this journey involving travel around expanding yourself. So whilst that can literally be connected to travel, that can just be part of the company, part of the role, part of your life. So it can be connected to the job directly or indirectly, but it feels like your life is shifting towards this travel. This is also beautiful hearts around you. So that is usually has a romantic energy connected. Have you ever considered starting your own company as well, Michelle? This card reminds you to really look after your inner self, your inner sanctuary. And that could be things like getting a massage, sauna would be always good for you, Michelle. Shedding layers. So we are. There's very much creative energy around you, Michelle, birthing new life, birthing new creations, expression, self-expression. So really get out of your own box. I was similar to Sylvie. Get out of your own thinking, your own narrow sense of self. Expand your sense of freedom in your mind and in your heart, and that's going to support birthing creations. There is this beautiful feminine energy coming through as well. So it feels like connections, lots of connections opening. And Michelle, I'm sorry, considered what? I've been gardening more now that I have time. Beautiful. I was saying, starting your own operation, your own service now. I really do want to encourage people to, because of the downsizing of the job market, things are getting they're getting smaller. They're not getting bigger. So things are getting narrow. So that means instead of depending on big corporations, big conglomerates, it's time to step up our own, do our own thing. So that's what I'm getting for you, Michelle. Don't keep looking outside of yourself. You could plant seeds. You could start something for yourself. All right, so we are going to pick another card. And the one that jumped out is the karmic relationships card, which it's not necessarily linked to your question, but that's what's jumped out. That is about soul growth, polarity and soul growth, and that's also the path you're on. So I'm getting confirmation that's the path you're on, Michelle. So whatever you're doing, this is what's going on. This is what's going on for you. Got the big hearts, the big pink rose quartz. And the dogs are just going a bit crazy. All right, so that is going to be expanding for you, a sense of shifting and soul growth. And that kind of matches my shirt. Beautiful, beautiful card, Michelle. So I'll pick another card for you, just asking for more clarity around this. And what we have is the same card I picked before, which is reminding you of your inner sanctuary, to take care of yourself, that this time is about nourishment, is about resting and tenderness. So that's really just saying that's it for you, Michelle. You need to look after yourself and be really kind. All right, thank you, Michelle. Renee says hi. Renee, and welcome to the show. Who else do we have? Lots of comments today. I'm just catching up. And let me know what's on your mind, what's in your heart. Always projecting our energy into the present moment so we can deal with life with all of our energy. Stepping forward with all of our energy. All right. Just enjoying our tea. And whenever we look around us, we have a moment to contemplate. I look around me and I see lots of things, and you probably are the same. We're accessing this through Wi-Fi for most of us, through the internet. And how did all this technology emerge and develop? How have we evolved as a species, and what is humanity doing? And I look around me and I'm like, wow, I am surrounded by things, and each thing came from people. It came from ideas. It originated in ideas, and often things have traveled all sorts of distances to come into my reality. So I've manifested this, and everything around me is part of this manifestation. It reflects my consciousness too. So we are part of the collective. We're individuals, but we are also collectives. And I am going to pick another card from the Starseed Oracle. asking for clarity around our consciousness and the collective. And this is the type of energy I'm getting strongly, that it's time for many of you. It's time to forge, to create your path, to go, this is the direction I'm going in, instead of like me being kind of very open to many directions, to take the reins. I was talking about the reins of the horse, to pave a new path and be the leader that you wish you had. So leadership is stepping up to the plate, saying, I'm here, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be waiting for other people, for other circumstances, for chance, for fate to give me anything. I'm going to take the bull by the horns, grab onto my own destiny. So that energy is coming through strongly, and I feel it's connected to the AI revolution. It's connected to the economy, how things are slowing down collectively in terms of the wars and the conflicts and the global hegemonies and the global, how would I say it? All these energies are often divisive and conflicting and fighting each other, and everyone's fighting for their piece of whatever it is, their piece of land, their economic, their piece of business, their economic influence. Within all of this, within the maelstrom, within all of this chaos, walk your own way, be your own self, be your own energy, create your own vibe. Don't follow, but set the tone. So if you would like to feel peaceful, then cultivate that peace. And we're not victim. We don't have to be victim to circumstance. We don't have to be victim to all the conditions around us. Just like the weather changes, we can say, whatever the weather is, I'm going to create this reality for myself. I'm going to inhabit this space. I'm going to be this person. I'm going to be this energy. This is how I'm going to live. So we will take a few mindful breaths, a short meditative break as we cultivate inner peace today. And just gonna check that. Yeah. Just back supported. And Kasem, hi, welcome to the show, Kasem. 77. Welcome to the show. We have lots of beautiful people connecting, checking in, coming in and out, moving through us. And we are dancing with that energy. We are dancing with that energy. So we have picking a card. All right. So as we cultivate our energy, a reminder just to take small steps. Don't think you're gonna have everything in in 5 minutes. I'm just trying to bring out this card. It does take time. David, are you seeing anything in my energy? I'm disappointed after being rejected for a job after what I thought was a great interview. I'm just unraveling or unwrapping. I don't know what's going on with the dog. All right. So follow your intuition until it makes sense. So what we're seeing, I was talking about, is the need to emerge. The dogs are just trying to play with everything. The need to emerge in our grow our independent muscles. So that is really important. And yeah, so a great interview doesn't mean that you are going to get a job, because there's many reasons why people make the decisions they do. So you can have, it's like, I can meet five great people, but I'm going to choose one based on the conditions of my mind, on the certain uh, certain sort of frameworks that I've maybe the company's set up, and that may just go beyond any kind of interview connection. So it's kind of like someone's looking for red and you're orange, so maybe you're close, but doesn't mean I don't love orange. I can have a great time connecting with the orange energy, but I have a directive. I'm looking for red, so you're not red, so it's not personal. So I really get it. Really get Renee. It's not a personal thing at all, and reminding you of what's true and real. Always look deeper. Always go a little bit deeper. Remember who you are. You're not your body. You're not your job. And this card is encouraging you to kind of tai chi the world, or feng shui the world, make everything a moving meditation, not as an escape from the world, but a dance with the world. So you're not escaping, but you're being with the world. You're dancing with the energies. You are creating the energies you want to inhabit. So fostering that kind of energy in your life, that is the way forward for you, Renee. But we'll pick another card, because it feels that's a very beautiful card. I don't know if you can see that for you. So I'm getting a lot of sort of devotion energy here. So Renee, hang in there, keep going. Remember to consider building your own vessel, your own. We're talking about entrepreneurship, establishing new things for yourself, and not depending on other people. So entrepreneurship collectively is the energy that's coming up, and it's saying, don't wait for other people to give you something. Take the bull by the horns. So Renee says that resonates. We'll just pick another card. All right, so this is very much trust where you led. Trust the earth. Trust the earth that supports you, and clear all the fear out of you. Clear all the fears away. Just step into the earth. It's a very pure energy I'm feeling. Very much Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, bringing me this kind of crystalline pure energy, and there's no kind of thinking around it. It's instinctual. It's life, sun, water, the essence of life, and all the other stuff is often debris, things we bring to life, ideas, concepts, ideologies. It's like we're projecting all this on the world. The world is quite a lot of things are pretty simple, pretty basic, pretty essential, and they have this life force. So coming back to that purity, that's going to really be great. All right, so just a short meditation connecting to our own inner self, like the inner earth. Imagining our consciousness shifting towards the center of the earth, almost like we're traveling down a portal line that we just flow our consciousness almost spontaneously, where speed of light. Speed is so fast that it's the speed of light. We're right into the center of the earth in an instant, just the speed of consciousness. feeling our energy inhabit the inner earth, the center of the earth, connecting to that presence, connecting to that power, that majestic power that's very primal, that's very core. Maintaining our energy consciousness at that point, in that space in the center of the earth. Breathing into that space. Now, bringing our attention back from the center of the earth, feeling that energy rise up all the way to our feet, flowing upwards into our whole bodies. Imagining ourselves and our bodies, our energies filled with the purity and power of the inner earth, grounded inside our bodies, connected to the earth, connected to our source, and feeling a purification of our energies so that we may become pristine energy forms, walking on the earth, kissing our feet on Mother Earth, feeling her nourishment and being grateful for the conditions of life she provides us with. Breathing in that light, that love, that grace, that nourishment. Breathing that into every cell of your body. Smiling inwardly, maybe outwardly. And gradually starting to take in the light through your eyes. And coming back into a sense of wakefulness and a sense of wakeful consciousness as we emerge into the light once more. Thanking each other for connecting, for co-creating, for being here on earth, for these tumultuous times that we're living in. And thank you so much for being part of this show, for sharing with me, David Starlyte, for dancing with me today. Please do like and share if you enjoyed the content. I've loved being with you today, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day all the way from Port Douglas, far north Queensland, Australia. Thank you, Stu in Florida, sending Stu lots and lots of love. And chat to you soon. Send me a private message, Stu. Would love to hear what's news. And see you next week. See you all next week. Bye.